Perilous Parking Prompts Action by James POYNER. Opportunistic tourists used an open gate at the Warrandyte Reserve car park opposite Webb Street, turning the riverside path directly behind the gate into overflow parking over the Easter long weekend. This is not the first time visitors have exploited unlocked, open or broken gates along the Warrandyte riverside path. In early February, a broken yellow bollard at the same spot allowed visitors struggling to park in the available legal car parking spaces to make use of the ample space available on the riverside path. Congestion and creative parking is not unusual in Warrandyte, especially on a weekend when the weather is pleasant. This section of the riverside path is close to the Warrandyte Bakery, the playground and Duck Beach, the various eateries on Yarra Street, and is also popular with walkers, runners, dog walkers and cyclists. Adding flustered drivers looking to park to the mix is concerning. In late 2023, early 2024, the riverside path underwent extensive stabilisation works as Manningham Council attempted to negate the damage caused by increased use post-COVID and a major flooding event in mid to late 2023. Some community members were concerned that the installation of a concrete stabilising base would make it seem like the council was paving paradise. At the time, the then Manningham Mayor said the works were necessary to preserve the character of the Warrandyte Riverside Walk.
We're undertaking these essential maintenance works now to preserve the trail's character and ensure it can continue to be used by future generations. Not doing so would pose a significant risk to the long-term viability of the trail,
the Mayor said. While the concrete base has made the path more accessible, it was never intended for car use, something a visitor to the area seemed not to realise in early February. Surprised river users took to social media. There is speculation that the car drove along the riverside walk between Webb Street and the car park opposite Whipstick Gully, passing the Dog Beach and the Old Dairy. Following the parking incident over the Easter long weekend, the Diary asked Manningham Council why the gate was left open and if Council was planning to make the reserve an overflow car park on busy days. Director City Services, Rochelle Quattrocchi, has told the Diary this is not the case.
The river path entrance opposite Webb Street in Warrandyte is not intended to be used as an overflow car park area. The area is part of the Warrandyte River Reserve and not for car parking. Manningham Council was not aware that the gate to this entrance was open over the Easter weekend. We have since installed a new lock on the gate to prevent cars from parking in the area. We appreciate the community's feedback and encourage residents to report any future incidents by calling 9840 9333 or emailing manningham@manningham.vic.gov.au.
The Diary contacted other local groups for comment on the parking situation. Warrandyte Community Association President Terry Tovey provided the Diary with a copy of a letter the association recently sent to Manningham Council regarding parking in general in Warrandyte. Your say. Proposal for a comprehensive car parking strategy in Warrandyte. From Terry Tovey, President WCA.
I am writing on behalf of the Warrandyte Community Association to propose the development of a comprehensive car parking strategy for Warrandyte, a valued peri-urban locality within the city of Manningham. Warrandyte's unique blend of residential areas and natural attractions necessitates a thoughtful approach to parking management to enhance both resident convenience and visitor experience. Population growth and demographic overview. According to the 2021 census, Warrandyte has a population of 5,541 residents. The age distribution is diverse, with notable representations across various age groups. This demographic diversity influences parking needs, with varying demands throughout the day and week. Current parking facilities and utilisation. Warrandyte offers multiple parking areas, particularly along Yarra Street and near key attractions such as the Warrandyte State Park, Warrandyte Business and Cafe Strip, and the Warrandyte River Reserve. However, during peak times, especially on weekends and public holidays, these facilities experience significant pressure. Visitors flock to the area for social and recreational activities, including swimming in the river, picnicking, bushwalking, canoeing, and birdwatching. In addition, there are many events throughout the year, including the weekly park run, which this week, March 1, attracted 148 participants, the monthly Riverside Market, which attracts 5,000 to 6,000 visitors, and the annual Rum Warrandyte, Warrandyte Festival and Pottery Expo. This influx often leads to overcrowding, illegal parking, and accessibility challenges for both residents and tourists. Challenges arising from tourism. The proximity and beauty of Warrandyte to Melbourne makes it a popular destination for tourists seeking natural experiences. While this boosts local tourism, it also strains existing parking infrastructure. Limited parking spaces at popular sites along the Yarra Street riverbank and at the Riverside Market can lead to congestion and safety concerns in the adjacent streets. The need for a strategic approach. Implementing a dedicated car parking strategy for Warrandyte would address several critical issues. Enhanced visitor experience. A well-planned parking system would reduce congestion, minimise illegal parking, address parking rage, and ensure that tourists can access attractions without undue stress. Resident convenience. Residents would benefit from improved parking availability, reducing conflict between local and visitor parking needs. Safety and accessibility. Properly managed parking would alleviate safety hazards associated with illegal parking and ensure that emergency and service vehicles can navigate the area without obstruction, especially on extreme fire-rating days. Environmental preservation. By directing visitors to designated parking areas, we can reduce the risk of bushfires and mitigate the impact on natural habitats caused by improper parking. Effective parking controls. Identifying and differentiating between the different parking controls that may need to be applied during weekdays, weekends and public holidays, locations and times. There would also be a need for all-day parking for workers at the shops/businesses and commuters catching a bus. Recommendations for consideration. I respectfully suggest the following actions be considered in development of the car parking strategy. 1. Engage with the community. Involve local residents and businesses in the planning process to ensure that all strategy aligns with community needs and expectations. 2. Conduct a comprehensive parking study. Assess current parking usage patterns, identify peak times, and determine the adequacy of existing facilities. This should include the use of central car parks for bus commuters. 3. Develop additional parking facilities. Explore opportunities to make better use of existing facilities or to create new parking areas near popular attractions, ensuring they are designed to blend with the natural environment. Also ensure that there is adequate parking for those using the bus services or cycling into Warrandyte. 4. Implement clear signage and information. Provide directional signs and information to guide visitors to available parking spots both online and on-site. 5. Introduce time-limited parking zones. Establish time restrictions in high-demand areas to encourage turnover and accommodate more visitors throughout the day. 6. Monitor and review. Regularly evaluate the effectiveness of the implemented strategy and make necessary adjustments based on feedback and observed outcomes. I am confident that with thoughtful planning and community involvement, a car parking strategy can be developed that supports the sustainable growth of tourism in Warrandyte while preserving the quality of life for its residents. Thank you for considering this proposal. I look forward to the opportunity to discuss this matter further and contribute to the enhancement of our beloved Warrandyte.